everybody, my name is Ambika and I'm here to discuss the topic future tense with all of you. So as you all know that future tense basically talks about the actions, the events which are supposed to happen now, right? Now in a way that they will going to take place in the near future. आने वाले time में they will going to take place, right? So this basically talks about the time span with time span और time phase की बात करता है जिस जो कि आने वाला है, right? So now that is further divided into four parts. They are simple future, future continuous, future perfect, and future perfect continuous tense. We will talk about each one of it in detail. But let's crack the nut which is called as Unacademy. So what I meant by the phrase let's crack is that on this particular portal, on this particular app, you can ace, you can become the expert of all the of all the topics on which you want to have a command, right? Because on this app, wherein they have the tagline as let's crack it. Why? Because they believe in making the students very much particular, very much expert in their own particular topics or syllabus. Because they have the best of educators who are there to guide them, to help them, to literally going to mentor each of the students with all sort of problems if they have any to make them experts, right? So download this app and you can use my code Ambika, which is AMBIKA, to get a discount on that. All right. Now, so as I have already told you that in today's lecture, we will specifically talk about future tense. Like future tense basically hota kya hai, which talks about the time which is supposed to take place. आने वाले time के बारे में बात करता है. Right? This is something which we all know. Alright, so now, first of all, let's pick the easiest one out of the whole lot, and that is simple future tense. We often use will to express something which is certain to happen. So हम लोग generally will का use करते हैं just to tell something that is for sure going to happen in near future. आने वाले time में कुछ भी हमें करना होता है, कुछ भी plans होते हैं, so we usually say will, right? Something which we cannot alter, something over which we have no control. With all of it, we tend to use will. Now, for example, the school will remain closed till September, right? So, this is something on which we have no control over. Let's just say, for example, I and you cannot, I mean, because two of us are not the government people who actually set plans for something. So, therein, something which is bound to take place, but उसमें आप कुछ नहीं कर सकते हो. In that scenario also, you use will. So basically, in this whole video, you will see that where exactly are we allowed to use will, shall, or any of the future tenses, right? And where exactly we are supposed to omit it. हमें कहाँ पे use नहीं करना है. तो हम uses के concept में will का, I mean future tense के बारे में discuss करेंगे, right? They won't declare the results before evening. So there may be, let's just say, a declaration of the results, but they have no plans. They won't. So the past tense of will is will not. So they won't declare the results before evening, right? We use will to express the speaker's view. So let's just say I am the speaker here, or whatever my views are. सिर्फ मुझे उनको present करने के लिए I have to use will. For example, कोई भी कुछ भी use करता है, मतलब use in a way like they have a view, they have an opinion about something, right? So in all those scenarios, they use will. बिकॉज वो अपने व्यू जो भी स्पीकर है जो बोल रहे हैं वो अपने व्यू अपना एक ओपिनियन रख रहे हैं सो दैट इज व्हाई दे आर यूजिंग विल देयर आई एम फीलिंग हंग्री आई थिंक आई बाय अ सैंडविच राइट सो somebody is feeling hungry all right and in the speaker's view like the one who is feeling hungry he thinks that he needs to buy a sandwich right so I think I will buy a sandwich So because you are hungry in the present scenario, in the present time, so just to carve down that hunger, आप एक future plan decide कर रहे हैं that you are supposed to go and buy sandwiches, right? It's very cold outside. I don't think I will go out. So बहुत ज़्यादा ठंड है बाहर, and because of which you have plans. In your view, you should not, you have no plans to go out. So because of this cold, अभी आपको ठंड लग रही है, उसकी वजह से आपने future plan decide कर लिया है that I don't think I will go out, right? So used with I think, I don't think. जहां पे एक speaker का view है, in that scenario you are supposed to use I will. Now, next is to offer to do something. अगर आप किसी के लिए कुछ offer कर रहे हैं, अगर आप किसी के लिए कुछ करना चाहते हैं, right? So, for example, there is an old person next to you. So we are, let's just say, traveling in a metro. So you are asking the other person, or let's just say the old person or a pregnant woman, to sit there. So you are asking somebody, you are offering your place, right? So don't we ask this way, like, oh, would you like to sit here, right? So these are the simple ways wherein we use will or would, right? I will open the door for you. So you saw somebody like standing there, and therein you just want to be, you just want to be a gentleman. You want to show your chivalry there, right? So therein you are asking the other person like, I will open the door for you. So you're simply offering something to them. You look tired. I will get you some tea. So just because you saw that somebody is tired, you are offering them a glass or a cup of tea or a mug of coffee, right? So you are offering them. In that scenario, see, whatever has happened, you saw that somebody was standing near the door. कोई दरवाजे के पास खड़ा है और आप उनके लिए door open करना चाहते हैं, right? So you are basically talking about a future event, right? You saw that somebody is tired, कोई बहुत ज़्यादा थका हुआ है. I will get you some tea. So in the future you will do it, no? Right? So in both the cases we have used here will. All right? To promise to do something. Right? So next one is wherein you are committing, like you are giving your whole commitment that for sure I will do it. आप किसी से कुछ promise कर रहे हैं, right? So in that scenario, you are supposed to use promise. I mean, promise in a way that you are supposed to use will, right? Because हम कुछ भी एक promise करते हैं, तो उसका promise का exact meaning क्या होता है? That you will do it, right? I will not do it. Okay, when we give commitment to somebody, some kind of commitment, like I will be there for sure. So you are promising somebody that you will be there for sure, right? So you have a future plan. हम जब भी promise कर रहे हैं, so in that scenario आप एक future के बारे में imagine करके उसके बारे में बात कर रहे हैं, right? Thanks for the shirt. I will return it by Sunday. So it says, thanks for the shirt, like the shirt which you have given me. I promise you, I assure you that I will return it by Sunday. So Sunday आने वाला है, right? और आप वहां पे किसी को promise कर रहे हैं that you will going to do it for sure. You will going to return the shirt by Sunday for sure, right? So in the cases of when you're making a promise, along with that, when you're offering somebody something, or when you have your own view, in all these scenarios, in all those cases, you are supposed to use will. Make sense? Right? Now, to ask somebody to do something. अब आप किसी से पूछ रहे हैं, जैसे कि हमने यहाँ पे ऑफर के बारे में बात किया था, right? In the same way, when you are asking somebody कि वो आपके लिए favor कर दे, या फिर you just want their help in any sort of help it can be. In that scenario, हमें use करना होता है will का. Will you please get me some medicine? I have got a headache, or I have got a severe headache, right? So you are asking for the help, all right? So will you please get me some medicine, right? So you are asking somebody to do a favor to you, right? तो हम जब किसी से कुछ पूछ रहे हैं, या if we are offering something, or if we are, in fact we are asking for a help, we can use will in both the cases. All right. Now, Next is shall. Another very important thing is that will and shall में जो major difference है वो ये है that shall is more formal, right? And will is like kinda casual, like I mean shall हम जब भी use कर रहे हैं, so there is like a senior junior relationship with people, or maybe a boss or a secretary. When you have this kind of a relationship, you use shall. But shall is now has become an archaic English term. So with time English dictionary में बहुत सारे words होते हैं जो कुछ टाइम बाद उनको eliminate कर दिया जाता है because they are no longer in use, right? In the similar way, shall हम अभी तक तो use कर रहे हैं, but then I mean we can omit it, right? Now, shall is used to make offers or suggestions, right? Shall I get you some coffee? तो आप जहां पर कभी किसी को कुछ ऑफर कर रहे हो, आप किसी से कुछ like, and in the first place there needs to be a relationship of like respect of age, right? A difference between these two needs to be there between the age, right? जहां पे हम बहुत formal हो रहे हैं, in that scenario you are supposed to use shall. Okay, shall we visit the Eiffel Tower this weekend? So herein you just made a suggestion. That is like your view that you want to go to Eiffel Tower next year, I mean next weekend, and you are simply suggesting it amongst your friends. Like, let's just all go there. So shall we visit the Eiffel Tower the next weekend? Alright. Next is going to. We use the going to form to suggest that there is an intention or a decision to do something in the near future. So आपका कुछ intention है, you have a plan, right? You have some kind of a decision to make, and that is like for the very closer or near future. हम बहुत ज़्यादा like a recent future की बात कर रहे हैं. So in that scenario, you will going to use going to. Now, we are going to play a friendly match tomorrow, right? So herein it's a planned action, right? Or आप certain है, आप sure है that it will going to take place, right? But only thing we need to keep in mind is that there is an intention or decision to do something. एक कोई intention है या कोई decision है कि आप ये चीज करोगे in the near future, right? I am going to apply. It says I am going to apply for an internship in the month of October. So you have made your mind. You are like super decisive. आप एकदम decide कर चुके हो. Like by the month when I'll enter into the month of October, by that time I will going to apply for an internship. When you are super decisive, when you have decided already, आप जब ज़्यादा certain है, ज़्यादा surety है, assurance है, in all those cases you will going to use going to. Difference समझ में आ गया? Will, shall और going to में, like I will do it. No, I mean I can. In those situations wherein you have said something but then you aren't sure enough, but then when you are giving your confidence, when you are giving up a decision like I will do it for sure, in those cases you will going to use going to. All right. Now, it is also used to predict a future action when there is clear evidence of its coming true. So अब कोई भी एक future action है जो कि definitely होने वाला है boss, like it will be there for sure. और आपके पास because of certain evidence कुछ हुआ है which has made you think that this will going to take place for sure. Again, you are so sure, you are certain, राइट आपके पास एविडेंस है लाइक बिकॉज हमारे पास एविडेंस होता है तभी हम श्योर होते हैं, राइट? सो इन ऑल दोज सिनेरियोज, इन ऑल दोज केसेस वी विल गोइंग टू यूज गोइंग टू. She is getting wet in rain is going to catch the cold. So now what has happened? She is getting wet in rain, right? Because barish aa rahi hai and somebody is there and she has decided to get wet in rain. And she's going because she got wet in rain. What is the future of that? Like she might, but then you are sure because maybe her immunity is not that strong, right? So you just said that she is going to catch the cold. All right, because आपके पास proof है, आपके पास evidence है कि बारिश हुई है and she has wet herself. right? She's all drenched in water. That is why she will definitely. Again, when I'm saying that you are certain, you are definite, in that scenario, you will going to use going to, right? The signal has turned green. The train is soon going to enter the platform. So आपके पास एक situation आया, like there is a green signal, right? And what actually the green signal implies that, get going. आप चलते जाइए, like go, you can move, right? So herein you are sure that the green signal is there, which means that the trains are allowed to move. All right. So again, you are certain, you're sure about something. Therein you can use going to. अब यहाँ पे going to is ing form और हम तो simple future की बात कर रहे हैं. But because this is talking about a near future, right? And in that scenario, हम will, shall और going to के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं. That is why this will going to happen in the near future. इसलिए हम इसको simple future की category में put करते हैं. All right. Now, there needs to, I mean, each one of us needs to understand कि हमें will का use कहाँ करना होता है और going to का use कहाँ करना होता है. Right? Will expresses future action. तो will exactly क्या करता है? That it talks about future action. Like future में क्या होने वाला है? इसके बारे में will going to talk about. और will basically talks about immediate decisions, like जो अभी कुछ ही देर में लेने जाने वाले हैं, या you have to take few of the decisions immediately. In that case, you will going to use will. I will have another bowl of rice, right? It says I will have another bowl of rice, right? For example, you are having your lunch right now and your mom has asked, like, do you want another bowl of rice? Or do you want another scoop of ice cream? Right? So, yes, I will. You will not going to say, yes, I'm going to. Right? What are you going to say? Yes, I will. Because, in next few minutes itself, you will, or in fact, next few seconds itself, थोड़े ही future में you will going to do it. You will going to serve yourself with, let's just say, a scoop of ice cream or just like spoon of rice, right? Now, going to. So, going to express future plans decided before the moment of speaking, right? So, when we have like pre-decided plans or आपके कुछ बहुत ज़्यादा prior plans बन चुके हैं, that time you use going to, because वो थोड़े से extended future की बात हो रही है. Will basically talks about like कुछ देर बाद ही, but going to talks about like for next week, next hour, maybe next weekend, next month, next year, right? So I am going to watch that movie on the upcoming weekend, right? So you are telling somebody, क्योंकि आपका ये pre-decided plan है, आपको राइस चाहिए या नहीं, वो आपको लेट जस्ट से आधे घंटे पहले नहीं पता था, राइट? बिकॉज यू वर हैविंग योर लंच, यू वर हैविंग योर डिनर, एंड दैट टाइम यू हैव रियलाइज्ड दैट यू नीड इट. सो एक बहुत ही रिसेंट फ्यूचर में हम जब यूज करेंगे तब हम will का यूज करेंगे, बट going to on the contrary will be used for something which is there, which will going to take place, और आपने उसके बारे में बहुत ज्यादा पहले से ही you have already made up your mind, आप already उसके बारे में prepare कर चुके हो, right? I am going to watch that movie on the upcoming weekend. So it's just Monday today, right? So for like you have made a plan for, let's just say, almost like 5 days ahead itself, that you will going to watch that movie on the upcoming weekend, right? Will express a prediction based on personal opinions or experiences. तो will बात करता है उन predictions की कि based होते हैं personal opinions पे और experience पे. मतलब ये बहुत ही subjective outlook है. Subjective मतलब होता है that it is an individual thought or individual perception about something, right? I think India will win the match, right? So that is like your own perception, because you think that India is playing very well, and अगर India ऐसे ही खेलती रही, so for sure India will going to win the match. but India will win the match is like your own idea, your own perception, like your own views. All right, but going to बात करता है एविडेंस पे या प्रिडिक्शंस जो कि हम एविडेंस के बेसिस पे बना लेते हैं, राइट. आई हैव यूज्ड द ग्रीन सिग्नल वाला एग्जांपल कुछ देर पहले ही, राइट. So look at that green signal. The train is going to come, right? तो हम एक प्रिडिक्शन के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं और यहाँ पे भी प्रिडिक्शन हो रहा है कि इंडिया विल विन द मैच, बट यहाँ पे यू हैव एन एविडेंस, आप बहुत ज्यादा सॉर्टेड है, आप बहुत ज्यादा क्लियर है that the train will be there because it is the signal is green, right? So sometimes they can be interchangeable also. In certain scenarios, शायद कुछ जगह पे आप you know, maybe it is like fine using both will and going to. I have used one example here. It will be sunny tomorrow, right? It says it will be sunny tomorrow. It is going to be sunny tomorrow, right? So you can actually interchange it. You can either use will or you can use going to. But हमने जितने भी अभी तक points पढ़े हैं, अगर आप लोग clear है, so let's just use it that way, right? कहाँ पे हमें will का use करना है, कहाँ पे हमें going to का use करना होता है. Alright? Now, next is future continuous tense. So continuous की बात हो रही है, so definitely ing तो यहाँ पर आएगा ही, right? Will be plus ing form of the verb. I am sure she'll be waiting for you, right? You're saying that I am so sure that she'll be waiting for you there. Will be simply means in the future itself, right? So अभी तक वो आपके लिए wait कर रही होगी, okay? We use this tense to express an action which will be in progress at a given moment in the future. So कोई activity है वो already मतलब it's there और वो कुछ time तक future में होने वाली है at a particular moment. Alright? Tomorrow at 6 p.m. Mr. Grover will be addressing the audience. Right? It says tomorrow. Right? Tomorrow is about future. At 6 p.m. Mr. Grover will be addressing the audience. So उस वाले 6 बजे से Mr. Grover will going to address the audience, right? At this time next Monday, right? You're talking about future. At this time next Monday, I will be attending your wedding, right? It says at this time next Monday, I will be. So future में आने वाला है and I'll be there. I will going to attend your wedding, right? It is used to express an action that is fairly certain to happen in the future, right? एक ये इस action के बारे में बात करता है जो कि for sure certainly future में होने वाला है. Next week we will be going to attend new school. So for sure क्योंकि हम certain हैं so हमें going का तो use करना ही है, right? और हम एक continuous activity की बात कर रहे हैं. That is why we have used here future continuous tense. Next is future perfect tense. Now in future perfect हमने जब past tense के बारे में पढ़ा था तब हमें पता चला था कि perfect का tenses में क्या मतलब होता है. Tenses में perfect का meaning होता है time is being completed, like वो time पे complete हो चुका है या होने वाला है, right? So we use will plus have plus ed form of the verb. The future perfect tense is used to indicate a future event that has a definite end date. क्योंकि हमने अभी पता चला है कि perfect का मतलब क्या होता है, that it will going to surely end up, right, at a definite date. Sneha will have gardened by 7 p.m. Right? So, Sneha, 7 p.m. तक she'll be done with her gardening. एक एक्टिविटी हुई जो कि फ्यूचर के बारे में बात कर रही है, बट उसमें अगर हमें टाइम फ्रेम से कंस्ट्रेन किया जा रहा है तो वी हैव टू यूज विल हैव, राइट? I will have spent all my savings by this time next year. Right? It simply says that I will spend, if the way I'm spending these days, my money, by the time I will move to the next year, I'll be a pauper. I'll be left with no money at all. Right? So I will have spent all my savings by this time next year. All right. I will have arranged all the required materials before the party starts. So, I mean, उससे पहले ही I will going to arrange all my required materials before the party gets started, right? Next is future perfect continuous tense, right? The next one is future perfect continuous tense. Future perfect continuous has two different forms, that is will have been doing and be going to have been doing. Okay, let's not get confused. हम एक एक करके पढ़ेंगे and then you'll be super sure with it. Where exactly you have to use what? Now, a form of future perfect continuous with will have been plus present participle. Now, you will have been waiting for more than couple of hours when her train finally arrives, right? You will have been waiting. You're talking about an action which will going to take place for a longer period of time, right? फ्यूचर परफेक्ट में क्या हुआ था कि यू हैव गॉटन डेफिनेट टाइम, बट यहाँ पे देर इज दिस थिंग दैट देयर बी नो डेफिनेट टाइम with going to. So it is going to be is-am-are plus going to have been plus present participle. You are going to have been waiting for more than 2 hours when her train finally arrives, right? Now, duration before something in the future. So when you're talking about duration before something in the future. So past, present, future. If you can see the the timeline which I have made there. So कुछ बहुत पहले से ही start हो चुका था, right? And it is moving towards the future. It is used to express an action which will begin before a given moment in the future, will continue up to that moment and will be in progress after that moment. So basically ये चीज express करता है कि एक action है which will going to begin future से कुछ देर पहले वो start हो चुका है, वो continue होने वाला है, let's just say present में भी, और वो progress होती रहेगी उसकी till the future time also, right? Ron will have been studying at the university for more than a year by the time he leaves for China. Another thing, with this particular tense, जहाँ पे दो activities हम plan कर रहे हैं, हम discuss कर रहे हैं, तो जहाँ पर that time के बारे में discuss रहे हैं, that time he leaves for China, there exactly we are supposed to use simple present tense, right? Ron will have been studying at the university for more than a year by the time he leaves for China. Alright. Next is cause of something in the future. So using the future perfect continuous before another action in the future is a good way to show cause and effect. हमें किसी चीज का कोई भी चीज होती है उसकी cause and effect definitely होते हैं, और वो कैसे affect कर रहे हैं हमें future में, we can use this type of tense for that. Jason will be tired, first action, when he gets home because he will have been jogging for over an hour, right? So Jason will be tired. Jason थक चुका होगा still because उसने इतनी ज़्यादा देर तक he has done jogging a lot, like for an hour, it's being mentioned here, right? So will be tired, or why will he be tired? Because he will have been jogging, क्योंकि वो jogging कर चुका होगा बहुत सारी देर तक. Alright, Neha's English will be perfect. Now why it will be perfect? हम एक future prediction कर रहे हैं that it will be perfect when she returns to India, because she is going to have been studying, क्योंकि वो पढ़ती आ रही है and she is still doing it and she will keep on doing that. English in the United States for over couple of years. She was studying there, she is studying there, and she will continue to do it for a little longer, because of which her English has been improved and she'll be super perfect when it comes to English, right? So that was all about future tense. If you still have any doubts, if you still have any questions, you can write them in the comment box. Right along with that, as I've already told you, that you can enroll yourself with Unacademy. Therein, you will be there. You will be, mentored by so many educators, and you will going to nail each and every topic. So let's crack it. All right. With this, I'm signing off. Please take good care of yourself. Bye.